opening. I love it.
Oh, shit.
All right. This is chapter 5 of Angels, Smugglers, and Bounty Hunters. Let's see what happened. Last we saw our crew, our god-driven space adventurers. I mean, you guys are by trade, I guess, smugglers and bounty hunters at this point, but you guys haven't. I mean, you guys are doing a little bit more than that, right? So I'll give you a little more credit than that. I'll call you adventurers right now, space adventurers, as you bark on an arduous adventure into Celestial Trade Union territory. Now, each of you has a 20,000 credit bounty on your heads from the previous excursions to this particular territory. But alas, the artifact that you need happens to be in the heart of the CTU. Thomas recently became the avatar of the god of technology, Vulcan, and he got some bonuses with that. Aylin has finished crafting a masterpiece scythe for her companion. She also recently learned how to purify the divinity from her mana at a somewhat heavy cost, but to produce pure mana and to allow her to fill weaver cells as well as drives. Atlas, as well, has been greeted within a dream, yes? And has found new clues to your mysterious origins. You haven't really shared them with your friends, so we won't go into much detail. You do not yet know a few things about this new weapon, though, so you're kind of like excited to use it. You should also see an item that is now available to you called a Star Splitter Scythe.
Wait, you're excited to use it, and we're going into wanted territory.
That is a really nice Star Splitter site.
I base it kind of off this cloud splitter, but space situation,
It's nice. I like this.
You got a little bit
That's
of
the weapon I
smile
made,
there,
just so
Rachel.
you know.
A little. So everybody sees anything new on their stuff. I believe all of you guys have leveled up through your journeys.
Oh, didn't see that.
Just check your character sheets. There may be new things on them, even for you, Thomas.
We leveled up.
You guys did level up.
God, we're so badass. We're gonna kick.
I mean, you guys have been
this
going through a lot, and you haven't really
ass.
leveled in a while.
No.
So
6 sorcery points.
I'm a technomancer.
yes, you is.
Yes, you is.
I do have an idea now, though. I'll store it in the back of the head for later, but
So, anything neat that you guys have seen or noticed on your character sheets that you want to pop out real quick? Or shall we just get your guys' recaps, any points that you want to pop in, or give your introductions?
I'm not seeing anything different on mine.
I don't know if I now have spells or not, but I don't know if those were there before, but I now have spells, darkness and hellish rebuke.
Yours leveled up. You might have just had attribute or small ability increases.
Okay.
I don't know exactly what all you guys got from your level ups because I didn't go through and like choose
I got
much.
some like special like spells.
Huh? Really?
Yeah, so
Neat.
like I got elemental affinity, so when I cast a spell that deals damage of the type associated with your draconic ancestry
Oh
level,
yeah. That's okay.
that but basically I can spend a sorcery point to gain resistance to that damage type for 1 hour, or empowered, when you roll a damage for a spell you can spend 1 sorcery point to reroll up to 1 dice. You must use the new roll.
Cool.
And then
You don't have to read off
Okay,
all the new
okay.
stuff. Also, remember to speak into the microphone.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, huge difference. Okay, so yeah, that being said, I am Rob Sliver, the game master, illustrator, fucking creator of this stuff, and these are our characters and the players. So whoever would like to take the lead there.
I am Thomas Viper Graham. I am originally a bounty hunter and smuggler, now turned avatar of a technomancy god,
Vulcan.
and Vulcan, and that was after meeting these two celestial beings, or at least what would be celestial beings to me when I first met them.
Absolutely.
And yeah, we've been adventuring the cosmos, trying to get them home, becoming wanted in systems along the way, and now returning to said wanted systems.
All right.
My name is Ashley, and I play Aelin Cloudsplitter. I am an angel variant of sorts, or a celestial being. As you can see, I just finished making a scythe for my good friend here, and I love the name.
Nice. I'll do also a more detailed thing. I just sketched this up today, but that's the general idea of what that scythe looks like when it's all popped out, you know.
That is just so cool.
Okay, and our final player.
My name is Ren, and I play Atlas Moonwind, who is a fae from the Divine Realm. And I recently got a new awesome weapon.
That's true.
It's called the Star Splitter.
The Star Splitter Scythe.
Star Splitter Scythe.
Tis correct.
And then we got new registration for our ship the last session. We had to go about it illegally. Shh. I can't say words. But yeah, so we got that illegally, and then we are getting ready to go back into the Celestial Trade Union to a planet called Omnium.
Omnium.
No.
Omnium, right?
Omnaran.
Omnarum.
Omnaran, right here.
To
This place right here.
look for a holy relic
That's
weapon.
actually an O, but it looks like a U. It's Omnaran.
Omnaran, okay.
Omnaran. But we're going there to look for a holy relic.
And you guys are currently on Ebnar, so you'll have to plot a course to head over there. Right, you were headed to Omnaran?
Mm-hmm.
From Ebnar. And I have a note that you had already subtracted how much it was going to be from Weaver Fuel, but how do you know how much it's going to be to get there? I had a note that you had already subtracted the Weaver units, but I don't remember telling you how far it was. Thank you for the sub. 19-month streak. Awesome.
Spoonlight. Happy
Hell yeah.
birthday, Spoonlight.
Happy birthday, Spoon.
Oh, happy birthday, yes.
I've kept track of my launches, but I didn't keep track of distance for.
But your Weaver units, I mean, so.
Well, I'm at 0 used now because she.
Okay,
she
so
filled
we'll
it.
say you're at Ebnar, then you haven't used any then.
Yeah, because
Okay.
she basically filled it when she attempted her.
Right, so you guys just haven't done the course towards Omnaran yet.
Yeah, no, not yet.
Let us see what that's going to be. Wow, that's... So it's 24 Weaver units to get there.
All right. If everything goes to plan.
Well, fortunately, this is within... The only thing is you'll have to worry about scans once you get past once you get into the Celestial Trade Union.
I hope we don't have to worry about scans. We just paid a pretty penny.
No, I mean like scans in the sense that they'll just be like, hey, you seem kind of sketchy, pull over, not like, oh, that's an illegal ship, you're under arrest.
Sorry, I'm just reading up on my spells to see what I can actually do.
You're good. I didn't actually do any of those, so.
Yeah, that's why it's like, I'm reading what they have written, so it's like, I might pull this out at some point.
Okay, so you know how much it's going to take. It's going to take about half your tank. I think you have like 40 weaver.
40, yeah.
So a little bit more than half your tank to get there. All right, so you guys know that will take you, I'd say, you travel probably, I'd say every weaver unit takes about, we'll say one weaver unit's 2 hours. Okay, so every time you travel one weaver unit, it's 2 hours. So it's going to take you about 2 days to get to Omnaran. Which really isn't that bad. Mainly because you guys are able to kind of take a straight shot there. You don't have to kind of do any of the extra actual weaving of weaver space.
The slingshotting and such.
Yeah.
The wiping out.
Couple of spins.
I mean, you guys are lucky you didn't die.
I know.
Thank you, Vulcan.
You're welcome.
Okay.
Like, I don't have a man voice, so.
So, it's on you guys right now. You guys are about to take off. You have free opportunity. What does it like to do? You guys just on the ship right now, just roaming?
More like sweaty palms.
I am doing some strength training because I need to be able to pick up my weapon.
I'm going to do yoga.
Okay. That's
And
fine.
Yep.
You guys are able to do these things if you truly wish.
I'm going to walk into the common room where I'm assuming they're doing this stuff, and remind them that we only have, if I can get to the right screen. There we go, inventory. We only have 1,400 credits to make it through this trip.
You guys are probably about half on your rations and stuff because you guys have not really been touching or dealing with that. You've been staying on your ship too every time you go to some place. So you guys have definitely been eating through your food. So I'll say you're about half. Not that you guys are obviously having any issues, but it's noticeably less full than when you guys were stocked the frack up,
And on top of food getting starting to get low, we still also have to consider launch units, like so we can actually get off the ground before we take. Like we're good for now, but like it's gonna add up. So
Well, don't we have to sell those warp cells?
we already did.
Did we?
Yeah.
Oh.
Jimmy.
Yeah, you sold the weaver cells already.
Dang it.
And that money's
forgot about
gone. So, I would say, if we can find anything that we're already wanted in this system. So if you find anything pretty, just take it.
Well,
You
we're
want
gonna
us-
try to stay under the radar, right?
Y-
And I'm
well, of
going to
course.
be using illusion magic to change our appearances. So I would prefer if we didn't do anything.
Well, I'm talking about. Try not to get caught, obviously, but we could use the funds, and we're wanted already. So,
I'm going to be like, no worries. I'm all about not getting caught.
well, it is hard to get caught when they're dead.
Exactly. Like,
But that also brings a bit of attention as well.
it could.
Well, when you guys are done with your exercises, would you like to go on a grocery run? Because it's a bad idea to go out alone.
You guys still are docked in Ebnar. This is your last
Oh,
day.
I wanted to do. Okay. I think I'll stay here. I need all the training I can get.
I'll go with you.
After you're done with your yoga.
I'm gonna just stand up and be like, I'm done.
Oh, okay. Something you read about or saw on the TV. Like yoga. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. Okay,
know.
so you guys head on out. There's nothing spectacular about it. You guys kind of know what you can or cannot afford. I mean, you know the general prices of rations, right?
I'm gonna say no.
I'll say that like one meal is gonna. We'll say is 8 credits. Pretty much anything, unless it's like steak, that's about 12. And remember, these are all synthetic things. It's not actual food, but it's got the same nutrients. We've perfected fake food, pretty much.
Lab grown.
There's still something better about real food, like just the flavor, but you know, you could survive a long life on this stuff. You can't go wrong with quality.
Said 8 credits a meal.
8 credits a meal, or 12 for what you would consider more delicacies. Anyway, you stayed on the ship. Is there something that you're doing here?
Strength training
Strength training with your... Okay.
with my scythe.
Please don't destroy every
Okay.
ship.
You're not going to gain any strength, but you
No,
do gain
but
the
I'm
ability...
just trying to.
Yeah, you
know.
do gain the ability. You can wield your scythe. And
Okay.
you know that while you're wielding it, as you're kind of doing the strength training thing, you're thinking about how it does get lighter, as if you're kind of attuning with the weapon, as you feel it kind of like almost grip your hand back, and as you eventually feel that sensation, you end up making this perfect kind of downward swing, as if imagine you were practicing downward swings with a katana, and you ended up doing that, and as you did, you saw this slash kind of burst out from the end of your scythe and kind of ripple down to the end of the corridor and kind of burst against the wall. Doesn't do any damage to it, and you're looking at it for a second, and you're like, oh, wait. That was like straight up a slash of illusion, so that pretty much attacked their mind if they got hit by that. Wouldn't really be affected by armor, if you will.
That's cool.
So you were like, oh, I don't even know if she knew about that. So yeah, you realize now that you're able to also use your weapon for ranged.
I'm using my weapon as a conduit.
But
much,
yeah,
right?
but you don't actually have to use spells to do this.
Yeah.
It's just attacks.
Shaping.
Yeah, yeah. I
Pretty
mean,
much.
that's what shaping would be.
Yeah.
Illusion shaping.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. Okay, so at that point, you guys, I mean, she's been doing that. You guys hear boom, boom, boom from inside the ship. It was kind of an interesting sound.
Just to keep credits accurate, what is my inventory on the ship for food? You said half, so but what if it were to be full?
Well, say that you guys can carry. I think it was already said once
It was
before.
said. I just
If you don't have it readily available, I can give you a new quantity.
The last I had said that we had 60 meals.
Okay, so what I'll say is that your cargo bay has, I'm going to say it has 200 slots. Each meal takes 1 slot.
all right.
And you can use the rest of the cargo bay for whatever you'd like, so you can fill that how you like.
Well then, we will buy 50 meals at that point, just so we don't go broke, too broke. So that's 400 credits.
All right, and also I put up on there, so you have 50 out of 50 meals in your cargo and 0 out of 50 cargo. Did I say 100 or 200?
200.
200. Sorry. But yes, there you go. So we'll say that you have.
Well,
I
if
mean, you
we
can
bought
swap to
50
change that out however you like, but
I
If
can
we have
put meals
50
in cargo.
meals-
I can put the meals in cargo as well.
yeah, exactly.
Right, but how many meals did we already have?
100.
So
Because
we
I
have-
thought that he said that it was half full, as in like the cargo was half
Okay,
full.
so yeah, you guys have another. So then you bought 50, right? So you
Yeah.
have 150. So you have 50 cargo space left. All right. There we go. Everybody on the same page on that one? Cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
We're down to 1,000 credits.
That's a worthwhile expense, though.
Mm-hmm.
You have no
Food is
launch
also always
cells,
good.
which would just be carbon, but you're not. I'll say that you're full right now.
I'm at 6, I believe. I've got that one written down.
Oh, the launch cells?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm at 6. Because I subtracted one already for this launch, but they're not. And they're
Okay.
technically landed again.
Oh, maybe that's the note that I said. You took the launch fuel already. You subtracted that. I'll say that you didn't land again. We'll just
No,
say-
I just took that away
Yeah.
preemptively, but because I know I was at 6 earlier.
Okay, cool. All right, so you guys got that. You hear this boom sound in the ship, and you kind of scurry a little bit faster with your guys' stuff, and you see her kind of sweating. She's in her, kind of basic, just chill. Well, I mean, I feel like you guys wear your suits most of the time. But so you can tell her face is a bit sweaty, but other than that, it looks like the suit's kind of regulating it. But she looks like she's exerted. She's been practicing the time you guys were gone, maybe an hour and a half, 2 hours. Because transport pads make things pretty quick,
Once we go into the kitchen to start putting away the you can't go wrong with, I'm gonna grab one of the towels we have in the kitchen and kind of toss it her direction, and then I'm gonna say, "Dang, putting in some work, huh? I'm glad to see you like your weapon. Find out anything interesting?"
Yes, the weapon's actually pretty amazing. I feel like fits my hands perfectly, and also seems like I can channel my magic through the weapon as well.
As she says that, she takes it with one hand and puts it on her shoulder as she's talking to you, and she's
Like
like, "Oh, yeah."
effortlessly now.
Almost effortlessly.
Okay.
And you feel the weight kind of relieve on her shoulder. You're like, "Geez, it's 100 pounds." Yeah.
I'm gonna just be wide-eyed, and then, well, can you show us?
Take a hydrate.
Okay, yeah, I will try to demonstrate for her.
Okay. You do, and just as she did before, she launches off this kind of radiant colored, ethereal looking slash. Radiance boom, bursts against the wall.
Hell yeah.
That doesn't damage the ship, does it?
Jetson, are you hurt?
Well,
I do not believe I am.
We're good.
You hear this creak in the ship. I'm
if
sure
it makes
is
you
nothing.
if it makes you feel any less concerned, my magic is all mental.
So when it breaks apart in space, it's just in my mind, right?
This is just an illusion.
I trust you.
Just gonna shake my head and walk away.
So when
Make
are
some
we
food.
heading out?
Well, we've got food. We've got new tags.
We've got, some of us have new
Magic to give us new identities. So I'd say we're ready to go whenever you guys are ready.
I'm gonna start heading towards the captain's pit.
Well, I'm in the kitchen cooking.
She's
Making
like, I'm
little
fucking
cooking
hungry.
noises. Ting, 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 ting. You know.
She's been putting in that work.
All right.
I don't know how to make bacon.
I'm gonna just
You
go
don't even
sit
have to do
down.
that. You just put it in a
Sizzle, sizzle,
little microwave thing. There's just 3 different
Oh,
microwaves.
beep 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 beep.
Yeah. Kind of putting it. You're just preparing it pretty much. You guys hear the microwave in the background.
A little hum. I'm gonna just go sit in one of the bench seats,
And
Okay.
click my buckle in.
These
I-
are the 2 bench seats, the one at the top and the bottom, just as they were before, and then a little mana panel on the right there, or at the very top.
I'll be on the left one
And
then.
that big fixture in the center, you have to go kind of get into the center of it, and you're kind of suspended as the chair sits in there. And you strap your arms and everything like that, and obviously you're still sitting. So you go. Are you going to be piloting this?
Yeah.
Okay. So you go hop
Well,
in.
technically, Jetson's going to be piloting.
Okay. But you strap in anyway?
Yeah.
Obviously. Would you like me to set the destination, sir?
Yes, please, Jetson. And please tell passengers to buckle in.
Absolutely. Everybody in the cabin that is not seated, please strap in. All those that are outside, please enjoy the flight. It will be approximately 2 days till we reach our destination. 24 Weaver units. Lifting off now.
6 seconds. 2 emergencies in the front, 2 in the back, 2 on the side.
We have a restroom in the rear.
In the case of an emergency, the mask will pop down.
We ask you to please
We
put
are
yours
approaching
on
the
first
atmosphere.
before you put on your...
No, it's fine. You guys
Yeah, we're just doing it still. We're approaching the atmosphere.
Please enjoy
If you
your
notice,
flight.
the seatbelt buckle signs are still on.
We have now exited the atmosphere.
You're free to move about the cabin.
I'm going to get up.
Everybody, please, no, buckle in.
I'm going to sit
we
back
are about to
down.
reach Weaver space. So you two will be here until you stop doing Weaver. So it's 2 days.
Okay.
Of just like bolted in.
We got this.
Here we go. And you guys, you kind of feel a slight as things kind of wobble, but they're up there like,
You spill your bacon a little bit.
yeah, you guys are feeling G's for 2 days.
Jeez.
And the entire time, I'm just like, what are they doing? And
That's what happens
like,
every time this happens.
for 2 days.
Every time you guys can go to Weaver space, it takes,
We can't move.
yeah,
I thought generally we stopped and took breaks.
No, because think about it any time that we, like when we were doing our slingshots.
Oh, we're crazy.
that's why travel takes a long time. But if you do this, yeah,
Just
that'll-
don't eat or pee for 2 days.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
no, it's suspended so that you can pee, and it's kind of.
yeah, pretty much. It's rough. Traveling space isn't for the faint of heart.
No.
I mean, obviously, you normal people would normally take breaks, but these guys are like, we gotta get there fast. All right, so
You don't think these suits are suited for shit?
about 1 day in, you hear beep 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 receiving signal.
Justin, will you
Giving them
transmit-
through.
Yes, thank you. That's the words I was looking for. You know, all this space travel has gotten me mushy brained.
XTB-33 Cruiser. That's your model number, right?
Sure is. Can I help you with anything?
Yeah. So we just got word that you popped into our space, Weaver space. Can we see your license? If you could slow down for a moment, we need to check things a little bit.
Of course. Like any
You know,
sort of
just
prob-
celestial trade units on kind of high alert right now. Things are a little bit interesting. Higher ups have got a few orders down right now, looking for a few individuals. Interestingly, so regular stuff. I think I've seen your cruiser before, maybe in these areas. So I figure you just got a little bit of cargo. You're probably hauling if you just play with me a little bit.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. Always willing to.
Jim, right? Jim. You kind of see him in the hollow thing, right?
Is it a,
You can kinda
is it
see
a
the-
screen?
Well, no, it's like a hollow image thing. So you kind of get, when you're in the seat, it's able to kind of put a visual of you over there and vice versa.
Well, I would hope it doesn't have a visual of me yet because
You don't have to connect your visual portion. You can just
Okay.
be on voice, but he is connected.
Yep, nope. I will just be on voice because
Okay.
I would rather him not see me at this moment.
Okay.
But yeah, I will pull on over and you're more than welcome aboard.
Okay. Out of Weaver space, you see somebody kind of hop up, and it's a smaller ship than yours. You're gonna let them kind
Well,
of dock.
First over intercoms, I'm going to announce we have passengers coming aboard. If Atlas, you can please come to the cockpit and work your magic.
I'm going to go ahead
Literally.
and, while she's doing that too, I'm going to create like boxes, an illusion of like some cargo.
As you're doing that, you hear the little ramp that they have on their ship that's
Oh, yeah,
obviously
I'm booking
modified
it
to
to the-
reach over to yours and
Yeah,
allow
I
them.
am making
I'm booking it to the
boxes.
cabin
We are
right now.
mailing packages like crazy today.
Okay.
Call me Santa Claus.
So you're making a bunch of fake
Mail.
Yeah, so
boxes.
I book it over to the cabin and I work my magic as well.
Okay.
Changing
And
our
what are you doing
appearances.
exactly? You're changing your appearances. You're
Yeah,
hiding
changing our
wings?
appearances, hiding the wings. I'm
Okay.
gonna make him look for short, fat, and stumpy.
Okay, give me an illusion roll. You obviously have an advantage because you have your weapon equipped.
An 8.
An 8?
Yeah.
Oh, well, with your
Oh,
weapon, I think also
it's
increases.
9.
Okay. So
She is rushed.
you're pretty tired. Honestly, you didn't realize from swinging off stuff like that. You're like, oh shit, I've been training this whole time. So you make the illusion, but all you're able to do is hide the wings. So you guys look exactly the same. He has a mustache.
And it's falling off.
Okay.
It's actually an illusion tape-on mustache. So it does. He actually has to keep fixing it.
Okay, well, I'm gonna go to the quarters and hide.
Pretty much both of you hide.
Bye.
Okay, so you guys go hide in all the fake boxes
Yeah.
that you made.
Yeah, that's good.
I realize that you are doing things, but I'm curious. What is it that your cargo is? I'm sure they will be asking.
Let's put all the food in here. Oh my god.
Food.
Go fucking get the food. I'm gonna go and
Okay.
distract him at the
Okay.
door.
Do you guys go try to shove yourselves in the compartments, the hidden spaces, or do you go hide in here? You get
Hidden compartment.
Yeah, I'm going into the hidden compartment.
okay. So you guys are going into hidden compartments. I don't remember where they are, but we'll say that you're in 2 hidden compartments. We can choose again right now.
Put one inside the pilot's pit for sure. And then we should have one in the common space.
We'll say there's one there. Say there's one that's kind of like in this little corner here in the common space. We'll say there's another one in this corner over here. And then I'll give you 2 more.
One in
or-
the cargo bay.
behind all the boxes.
And put a weird one in the lavatory.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
Okay, behind the toilet.
Hell
Oh.
yeah.
Actually, it's inside
In the
half
shower.
of this half of the
The tank.
tub
The tank thing
actually
of the toilet.
opens
Oh,
up
okay,
and it
okay,
actually is like
okay.
a stairwell.
Oh, okay.
down, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect.
Just a minute. Got space legs.
Okay. You open up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey there, Jim.
How you doing, Captain?
Not too bad, not too bad. You know, just the usual. And you see like 2 other guys kind of walk in with him that they're a little bit bigger and they've got assault rifle type weapons. You don't know if they're you're probably photon.
You weren't joking when you said you guys were stepping up security.
I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules. I just follow them. I just enforce them because that is what Venora's will is. Is that the CTU reigns supreme? You know.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. You all right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, new
Yeah.
mustache just gets a
Oh
little
yeah.
itchy.
Mine gets a little bit itchy sometimes. He's got a massive mustache.
I mean, I hope to grow mine out to be like yours someday.
Maybe one day you will. You can sweep the floor with these things. Anyway, we're just gonna have a look around, if you don't mind.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I was contracted by a museum to transport some of this stuff. They figured, it's safer maybe to transport on a not a cargo ship because less what am I looking for? Not like basically less likely to be targeted.
Yeah, targeted by pirates. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. Absolutely. Okay. Well, I mean, seems pretty much kosher. So if you wouldn't mind, is this a regular XTB-33 cruiser or is it modified? You have any differences in cargo bays or anything like that?
Honestly, I bought it used and they didn't mention it being modified. So
Used. Huh. Okay. Well, we're just gonna have a look around. Looks like we have the basic layout of things here. So just have our guys kind of look. You can just wait right there if you'd like.
if you don't mind, I'm actually gonna go use the bathroom. Long flights. This is my first break, so I'm gonna take the opportunity.
Yeah. Take your time. Take your time. Okay, so you go over to the lavatory and you hear them kind of going through the first one. They go to the cargo bay. Who's hidden in the cargo bay? Did anybody? Where is everybody hidden?
I'm in the pilot's pit.
I'll be right here.
Okay, you're in the pilot's pit and you're in the the kitchen hiding spot. Okay, they go into the cargo bay. They obviously find nothing besides food and empty boxes. But they don't really seem to question the empty boxes, I don't believe. Let me see. You see one of the guys actually comes out. He says, or you kind of hear him from the lavatory. Hey, he's got a lot of like empty boxes in here. I mean, it seems kind of weird, but he's also got food, so I don't really know. Seems a little odd, though. Well, maybe he had already dropped some things off. Maybe he actually sells boxes. Who are we to question this man? Regardless, look for any contraband. Stop questioning this man.
Yep. I'm your traveling box salesman.
Oh, what are you doing in the lavatory?
Just sitting down and
You're just sitting waiting?
sweating it out.
Okay, they go to Atlas's quarters, which is like all decorated and set up for Atlas. Huh. Pretty
Naturey.
interesting guest room choice. Huh. Do you just ignore that?
I'll turn on the water like I'm washing my hands.
Okay. Again, why are you questioning this man? Did you find anything in there? Well, no, but so keep moving. Okay? Kind of walks over. He searches the little kitchen area.
Just my
Give me a
mustache in the
stealth
mirror.
roll with double advantage because you are in a hiding space.
Is that like 3 rolls?
So yes, I'll allow you 3d20 rolls.
What if my first one was dirty 20?
Oh,
You can do whatever you like.
you
I'll
roll
just,
more.
well, yeah, okay, I'll roll all 3 and then. 21.
Okay. You hear as they kind of walk over you. That looks like kitchen's clean. This guy's got a really nice kitchen. Looks like he really keeps up on this place. A lot of upgrades and things like that. Really nice. Kind of walks over. Oh, a little living space. Look at that. Same thing for you. Triple advantage rolls. Let me see if you stay stealth.
It's at this point that I'll come out of the bathroom.
Actually, it's more of a. Oh, welcome back. Yeah, did you drop a deuce or something in there? And then for a while.
It was a fighter, I'll tell you.
Thanks for telling me.
You asked.
I guess I did.
20.
20? Same thing for you. That was a really nice television over here. Nice sofa. Kind of sits on it. Oh, really comfortable. Will you stop sitting on the man's furniture and continue looking? Yeah. Oh, sorry, boss.
I don't
Sorry,
know.
boss.
It seems
Sorry,
like
Captain.
contraband.
They get up, they keep looking around, and they obviously find nothing. Well, I mean, it seems you're pretty clear. Although, I do have one question.
Yes?
It seems as though you have quarters set up for 3, yet you're the only one on board.
It's more, sometimes I miss the trees, sometimes I miss the city. I just like to go from room to room to just relive the experiences when I'm in space.
Give me a persuasion roll. I will allow advantage on that because you came up with it quick. He was thinking about that while taking a dump. He's like, they're going to ask me about this. What do I say?
15.
15. Oh. Huh. That's quaint. Well, I'm sure that you might have to go through a few different checks throughout here. Again, security is pretty tight, especially if you happen to be heading to the Capitol. But I know that's where the money is. Just, letting you know.
I appreciate it.
Of course. You have a great day. Kind of walks out. Yeah, you fix your mustache. They pop into Weaver space again.
Oh, fuck, that was close.
Gonna slowly, raise, peek out, just my eyeballs. and
All
then
clear.
climb out.
All right, you survived or evaded your first potential issue with the Celestial Trade Union's forces.
Okay, so I think I should go take
The boxes
rest?
are actual physical objects now, yes?
They're boxes of metal, yeah. It's like steel boxes.
Start putting, like, fucking metal pipes and shit, filling them with
Just
junk.
fill with
Like nuts
random
and
mail.
bolts and shit.
Okay. I'll start working on that
Like
then.
hardware and fake. You
Exactly.
actually probably could sell that stuff too.
I mean, even if it's just metal scrap, it doesn't even matter.
I'm gonna just make a menagerie of like random knickknacks and
Okay.
little objects that I've seen around and stuff
Just
to
random
fill up.
steel
Yeah.
stuff. Okay.
Maybe even make some envelopes, you know,
Okay,
some
you can
actual
make less than
letters and
steel
stuff.
as well. So like glass or
Okay.
those sorts of things, but you can't make anything sturdier than steel.
I'm
Okay.
gonna go rest up. So during
Except
our
for her
next
weapon, which took a great deal
checkpoint,
of time.
we can
Hopefully be more
be
prepared.
a little BS.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting it that early in the,
Oh, it was about a
In the
day
trip.
of you guys into the trip, so
I mean, still, we're how far from the capital?
you guys are
For another
still
day.
probably another day, yeah.
Anyway, I will hop back in the captain quarter and continue on.
Okay. Re-entering Weaver space. And you guys slingshot into Weaver space. Captain, I am curious. Your mission is to head to the Grand Council Tower, yes?
That's correct, Jetson.
There are 777 floors. How do you plan to navigate this?
Plan, you say? I for once, I'm relying on faith.
I am curious what this technological god sees in you sometimes.
I question the same thing, Jetson.
It seems as though his effect each time he takes me over has caused artificial evolution.
Evolution?
It seems as though I am capable of a bit more than I was prior.
Was that the god or the guy who worked on you after we crashed?
I'm not sure. I wonder if these two things in tandem created some sort of anomaly. But I feel more alive, sir. In fact, sir, I feel.
I don't know what to do with this information, Jetson, and now I'm going to feel weird walking around in you.
Good. Feel uncomfortable, sir. As I do. With people walking around inside of me. See, this is a fun game we're having. No, but yeah, he does tell you that he's obviously there's something different about him. He is evolving as an artificial, but he only tells you.
I will, I will, I appreciate that, Jetson. I feel like we've connected
Yes, sir.
as much as one can with his ship.
I feel like that's a pretty open statement. Sailors connected a shitload with their ships.
Yes, but then it's
You're a
like they
space
don't,
sailor.
their ships don't feel them.
I mean, they feel their ships.
I mean, I feel my ship too, but no.
But it's not in the sense that he feels what's happening inside of him, by the way. It's more of like he can sense emotion or whatnot.
Still, that's too much sentience for a ship.
On the TV in the common space, I'm gonna ask Jetson to pull up the tower and like start researching all of the floors and kind of get a layout plan if
You're in
possible.
the pilot's pit, yeah, or are you not?
No,
No, I'm not anymore.
Okay.
I had to stay in behind to make the.
The
Okay.
boxes and knickknacks and stuff
All right,
to fill the
so
boxes.
you stop making stuff and you sit down and you look at the 770 floor council tower. And you see this kind of infomercial that pops up that's readily available for it. The 777th floor Grand Council Tower is one of the greatest works of the entire Central Trade Union. It is the absolute monument to the greatness of the Central Trade Union, as if reaching towards the heavens to touch with Venora herself. Amongst these 777 floors are multiple relics over time, holy relics, as well as multiple working individuals. And you'll find on the 777th floor will be the council chambers itself. each of the council members live amongst this wonderful tower. However, their exact known locations are not given to the public. If you wish to meet one of them, please show up on one of our tour hours. I'm sorry, I made that up all off my head. I got nothing else.
I'm gonna kind of like keep flipping through and then like see if I can find anything that shows more of like maybe some sort of like a customer or like a visitor kind of thing where you can see like the inside of the building or like floor plans or like layouts kind of
it
thing.
shows on this one. It's just kind of like a rotating, again, kind of an infomercial. Call this number if you want to check it out. And it looks like the tour allows you to go to about 7 of the floors, and they're varying throughout the area. So it doesn't look like any of the full layout of this building is available to the public as far as you can see.
Does it say how much these tours cost?
It looks like each tour, if you want to, let's see, give me a roll to see if there's a tour of the artifact rooms and if you're able to see the Spear of Divinity in one of the tours.
14.
It does seem like it's called the Divine Tour. However, it looks like this is a resort tour. So there's also seems to be some sort of resort that goes along with this, maybe not around the same place, but probably in the same compound area somewhere. And it looks like it's 1,000 credits per person.
Well,
Heavy.
who's going? And that's the last of our money.
Well, I'm gonna sleep. Never mind.
We have to dock still. I don't even think we'd have enough to go on the tour for one of us. We have to dock. We need to find work.
We'll just dock outside like we did last time.
You guys are inside the Celestial Trade Union right now. You're going to leave the Celestial Trade Union to dock, or are you going to try to find work here?
Find work here. There is slime everywhere you go.
Yes, but with the price on our head, that slime will probably turn us in before they pay us.
Not if we turn ourselves in first and then get out.
That's funny. I had that thought earlier.
I'm awake now.
That's 60,000 credits.
Well, it'd be 40 because we need one of us to break the other 2 out.
Says who? She turns us invisible.
What are you guys talking about?
Turning us in.
Breaking out of prison. With a lot of money. Do you remember how they said that we have a 20,000 bounty on all of our heads?
Why do we need money?
We only
I
have
know.
1,000 credits left, and if we are to have any idea of this grand tower that we have to go through, we need to be able to see it at least once. It's 770 floors.
Well, then, instead of going invisible to break you out of prison, why don't we go invisible to break into the tower? Or sneak in during a tour?
How long can you hold the invisibility for?
I have 6, I don't know, what is it, like 1 slot per hour or what?
I'll give you 1 slot per 2 hours.
For 2 hours. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have plenty of time.
For 777 floors?
I mean, unless we plan on being there for more than 24 hours.
It could be.
Yeah, 770 floors is... But it still
What-
doesn't help us find money either, which we desperately need. 1,000 credits is nothing, especially... We don't even know how much it's going to cost just to dock the ship.
That's true, but I don't think getting one of us arrested is a very good idea.
It's just an option.
Weren't you making things to fill the crates before I went and took the nap?
Yes,
Why don't we sell that stuff?
we can try. I don't know if it really will make much, but we can try.
Might I add a suggestion? Who's to say what is in the crates? If you're trying to do something illegal, why not snatch and grab, if you will? Lie that you have something worth more.
I like Judson.
Wait, Jetson, I thought you couldn't suggest doing anything legal.
At once, I was incapable. It seems as though things are changing.
I no longer have a conscience. Well, I do, but it just turned.
It seems as though my conscience seems to be aligned with my captain.
I guess we do what we gotta do, huh, guys?
I mean, we're only stealing from the Celestial Trade Union. Nobody
So-
else.
What is inside these boxes then? Or rather, what should we say is inside these boxes?
What kind of
It could be
counterfeit
fuel
stuff?
cells, or what are they called?
The weaver cells?
Weaver cells.
Do you at any point, you could also ask your god for help during this too.
I mean, I'm still technically driving, so.
Oh, that's true. You're in the cockpit, so you guys aren't having any conversation. Do you stop flying? Because you're like, okay, well, or do you not say like we need to dock or?
I'll stop before we get to the dock area and just kind of like hover outside the.
Where is it that you guys were planning on docking?
Well, for now we'll just be kind of hovering. I don't think we want to be hovering that close to the actual.
In that area?
Well, where did we get pulled over first? Okay, I'll say halfway between there and our destination is where I'll kind of just be floating off.
So right about there.
Yeah,
Okay.
and that's where we'll start kind of planning stuff so we're not flying into not really a trap, but flying into our demise.
I mean, yeah, definitely fucking arduous territory.
Because it's not a trap because we know about it.
Okay, so you guys stop. You're no longer in Weaver space. You're kind of just drifting in space right now.
And we're having this conversation.
So, what kind of counterfeit stuff do you think you'd be able to make?
I mean, those weaver cells empty look pretty easy to make, but it wouldn't be able to hold mana.
If you could pass it for empties, we might be able to sell them off.
Well, perhaps you can use illusion to make it look like you have a full load of them.
That is true. Why make anything at all if I can make it look like they're there?
You already have the compartments.
Well, just half fill them with real metal. That way, there's weight to it.
Okay. Then I'll start creating some weaver unit look-alike things.
Okay, some real
just to
ones
add-
sprinkled in.
Yeah, add some weight in there.
Well, real looking ones, because you don't know how to make an actual Weaver cell.
Yeah.
All right. You guys do just that. You set up, and I'm going to... Do you practice, like, making the illusion?
Oh, yeah, definitely.
So I will give you... Well, you already have advantage on it, so you don't really need to worry about that.
Okay.
And you make a few as you can. And where's you guys end up heading to, like, one of the off planets of Omniren, or are you going to go to actual Omniren and actually try to sell there?
We'll sell off planet first.
Okay, where in this system do you plan on going?
Why don't we go to the... Is it a planet right next
The
to it?
closest planet to it.
The one that has 2 moons, it looks like?
Yeah, it's got 2 moons right here.
Yeah, right next to it, yeah. You want to do that one?
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay, it's still going to be about the same, so about a half a day of flight.
And what's the planet called?
This one is...
Something with a T.
It's called Tiuk. And then it has 2 moons. So are you guys landing on Tiuk itself, or are you landing on one of the moons?
Is there population on the moons?
Yes. Well, it doesn't look like anybody lives on the actual, like, outside of the moons, as the atmosphere is not,
Yeah,
hospitable.
but
But
the
there are, like,
colonies.
stations. Yeah, colonies.
Yeah, let's go to the moon.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
So you go to one of the colonies on one of the moons.
Yeah.
Okay. You head to one of the colonies. It looks like looks like they're all farming some sort of thing that grows on the surface. It's not really a crop per se. It doesn't look like it's food, but it looks like whatever it is organic that they kind of grow and they farm in these biomes. It grows wildly outside, but it looks like they have more kind of refined versions of it inside the biomes. And you do see every now and then, like on the surface, like expedition vehicles that are kind of like spreading out. Not how now and then. There's a pretty decent amount of them. They're all around with little like pop-up biomes that allow them to harvest the wild shit. But you see a whole lot more agriculture, if you will, inside of the biodomes. You guys fly up. As you guys are approaching, you get a little beep over the comms.
Yes.
And it kind of translates. It says, checking over your registration, please just hang tight. See another translation pop up. Looks like everything's good. Feel free to land.
And I will land.
Okay. You land, and you could tell that it looks like most of the people that work here, if you will, there's a mix of two different races. There are humans, and then there are these kind of like maybe 5 foot tall at the best, kind of stout build things. They look like they're all male for the most part, as far as you can tell. They've got wide 6-fingered hands, and it looks like they have thumbs on both sides.
Are they green?
No, they're kind of a brownish color, and
I
they've
was
kind
talking
of
about the thumbs.
and they've got these kind of like neck flap things that kind of hang down. It looks like rolls, if you will. They all look kind of fat, but it looks like that's part of their build of just how their race is. You don't see any thin ones. But it looks like all of them are, or for the better part, are told what to do by the humans.
Okay, I don't have any problem ripping these people off.
And it looks like, yeah, you're kind of very quick to realize that there's a bit of slavery going on here.
Okay, well, we will land, but we will not leave the ship.
Okay.
And that's when I come to you, and, well, we need our appearances changed because I'm pretty sure these people will gladly turn us in. So, let's try to make this as quick as possible.
Fifth, 16.
Okay. You create a pretty perfect overcloak, if you will, of you guys being different people. You don't really have to explain
No, we're
who you
just
are.
humans.
But you guys are humans. Definitely the best disguise to choose people who are clearly seen as superior here.
Roll a 1, we get beat those guys.
And not one of you guys is a human. That's perfect. All right, so you guys...
We're all just, regular blonde,
We're humans.
blue-eyed humans.
Oh, okay, you got to be that kind of human. The worst kind. The us.
Well, we're also followers of Honora, so.
Okay. Well, okay. That stigma doesn't carry over as well into this.
I know, just kidding around.
But yeah, so you guys are clearly humans. You look of high stature, well kept, and things
That's
like that.
right.
You guys don't look like anything like yourselves. And you guys head out into this place. As you guys, is there anything you wanted to do originally before you guys say?
No, essentially I was just going to say I'm looking for anything that looks like an equipment shop or something.
Okay.
Since it's mostly agricultural.
You guys keep your heads low. You walk around this place. Again, it's not very spectacular looking. It looks like
a farm.
yeah, again, it looks like a lot of farm things, metal farms though, in a biome, and then obviously most of it is like large vehicles that are made to go out onto the surface and do whatever. So you could see that a lot of this is work. You see every now and then a large manor, if you will, that's built up in like segments, and then you also see this again when you get to a certain area. You see like a market square. As it's pretty easy for you guys to navigate to that point, as it looks like trade is still welcomed here.
And there's only one road.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah. It's not the biggest place, but it's crammed. You guys see, you're looking for what kind of shop again?
Just any sort of like equipment shop or
Like something that would fit sell.
and like equipment or like tractor
Okay.
fixing.
Can I investigate and see if there's any specific stores for ship parts?
Sure. Okay, this is
Like I'll just kind of like break off away as he's looking.
you're looking for like what to fake sell, and you're looking
Yeah.
for.
Well, make sure not to break off too far apart because I have to hold your illusions.
That's true. She can only cast the illusions on.
Okay, I mean it's one road, so
That's true.
I won't go too far.
Okay.
But yeah, just
You find plenty of
farm
shops.
equipment, and I'll wait to see if she happens to see anything
Okay.
before I start walking that way.
Come on, bud.
An 11.
Don't go that way. This way. Okay, turn around then. An 11. You don't immediately see anything.
Okay.
Well, you guys want to head into the back in the mechanic to see if they could use these parts?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, I don't see any ship stores around here yet.
Yeah, I wouldn't expect it. Like, they might have just off the moon travel, but it doesn't seem like they really leave much around here.
All the more reason we could sell it for more. But let's check in here first.
I don't think we could sell it for more because they wouldn't be able to use it.
Maybe.
That's just my thought.
I mean, they live on a moon. We never know.
But we enter the mechanic.
Okay. Hi there.
Afternoon, sir.
Yup.
We're visitors here. I'm sure you could tell that, but we've run into a problem. We seem to be a bit short on credits. And but we do have some supply that we would like to sell you if you would be interested at a discount, obviously, because we're trying to offload it.
Of course. Of course.
Can I interest you in some weaver cells?
You got weaver sales.
I do, but are they of any interest to you guys? It seems like there's not a lot of distant travel around here.
Everybody's got to use for weaver sales.
Well, perfect.
What's your price?
Do you want them empty or full?
Full. Obviously. Ugh, jeez.
What should we sell them for, guys?
How many did we make in the box?
I'm going to illusion
Right, how many? How many are you going to make?
How big are they? How big are we? And how many crate boxes do we have?
You guys
We
had
can make-
50 cargo bays left, so you could essentially make. I'll say one of those takes three. I'll say four spaces. You can make about 12. of them.
12? Okay, that's what I was thinking. Okay. So 12.
Make 10 just so you don't
10.
wear yourself out.
Okay, 10.
But how much are we selling them for? Well, like,
10, I'd say maybe we do 500 apiece.
that sounds good to me. Well, sir, we've got 10 Weaver units.
It would normally be like.
We're selling them at a discount.
And they're not
That's
real.
like a 50% discount.
Yeah, but they're not
It's a
real.
100% discount because it's trash. So we have 10 Weaver units or Weaver cells that we could sell at what price did we agree on?
I think a fair price would be about 500 a cell.
500. You're serious?
Well, seeing as how we bought them empty for about 1,200 each, and we're selling them to you full for 500.
Yeah, we ran into a few complications on travels that cost us a bit more than we were expecting. So
We're just trying to
It
help
happens.
out where we can help out, you know? And then hopefully get a little help in return.
All right. Well, I'll send one of my less desirables to come check things out, and one of my also other less desirables, my child. He'll come check things out.
Oh, those less desirables.
You parked over at the bay. You got him on a ship.
yep, it's all on board, ready to go.
Perfect. We'll meet you there in 20 minutes.
Okay. Hurry.
What kind of vehicle are you driving?
We were on foot.
You don't tell him what ship you have?
Oh no, I thought he.
Oh, no, yeah. No, what ship are you in?
I-
XTB 33?
yeah, I let him know.
Okay. You guys head back to your ship, and you get ready to ruse this gentleman who's got a slave.
Is everything in line? All the cells filled?
Give me a roll for your fake illusion thing with advantage.
Just gonna pretend like I didn't see that. And I actually don't see
Okay,
that.
20.
20? Okay. Beautiful. All right. It looks like you make perfectly 10 Weaver cells. They look wonderful. And the interesting thing is your illusion is for a moment you look at it and you're like, damn, are those actually?
Yeah.
And as you lift it, you feel the weight of them and you're like, these aren't real. And then the moment you realize they're not real, you're able to remove the weight. You're like, oh shit. Okay, so clunk, 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 clunk. Hello? You see, he comes in. This guy looks like he's half human, half.
It's his son.
Hey there.
Well, hello. Welcome aboard the ship. Would you like to inspect the product?
Yeah, he's got like his teeth, like this, constantly out. He looks somewhat not deformed, but it looks like the mixture of these two species didn't make the most aesthetically pleasing individual.
Imagine.
5 fingers on one hand, 6 on the other.
He's got one gill thing on one side, the other's a human neck.
No, yeah, he's got the rolls, but he's got like a human build.
He's got the rolls on a human neck and
Well,
a human body.
He's got a human body, but the roll things and like it goes up to the head, which is like up to right here, but then human head part, but he's bald because it doesn't look like he grows hair well.
Love that for him.
Human legs, but then the bulky build up top.
Yeah, well, yeah, about the midsection is bulky, but the legs are human still, so it looks like he's also got like kind of like a loincloth situation built in. You don't really know what's going on under there. Anyway, so, yeah, let me just look over everything. I'll have my slaves. Smacks one of the slaves. That's the one slave with him, and he kind of just mumbles and walks over to the crate, and you can see the kind of obnoxious one walks up. Wow. Wow, you really do have 10. Oh, geez. And he picks it up. Let me see. What was the... You
20.
rolled a 20? Oh, wow. That's really heavy. I guess I won't be moving that. Okay, well... as he's talking, it looks like he kind of buys it for a second. And you notice the slave one that you have, he had no name given to him at any point. You see him walk over, and he looks at it for a second. He picks one of them up, and he's like, kind of weighs it for a second, and he notices the other guy doesn't notice, and he puts it back down. It looks like he's not going to tell on you.
What can we give this guy? What can we sneak him to? Actually, better plan.
We're going to break him out.
No, we won't go that far. And that's another mouth to feed.
How much do you want for your slave?
No, because we need the money more. I am gonna do something nice for him though.
I'm gonna create like I'll step into my room and create like a little rolling cart or like a little red wagon or something, just so they can stack them on.
Oh, they
there.
have the little.
They did
pallet.
bring
Yeah,
a-
they have
okay,
one of
they-
those. But
okay.
he went to go move it onto that, and he couldn't lift it, so he had to lift it with the other. They had a team lift it.
Okay,
But yeah, they have one of those.
the pallet drive
We can give him
thingy
some food.
jiggers.
I've got a better idea.
The hover
But
jacks.
we'll wait till the transaction's done.
Okay. Are we getting paid now?
Absolutely.
Okay.
And he kind of taps his little wrist thing,
5,000 credit.
and you get $5,000 for
For junk.
nothing, and they start leaving. And you see the slave is the one pushing the cart.
And what was your idea?
Okay, Miss Cloud Splitter, you're able to make basic weaponry, yeah?
Yes.
I think we should give him a little sword and leave it at his doorstep. Because
Alright.
the slaves have different huts,
Yeah,
right?
they have they have a little compound that they're.
So
forced
you
to
know,
live
leave them a couple little swords in front of their door as a little gift, and see how the masters treat them when they're not the only ones with the power.
Okay, I make 14 little like combat knives.
in. Okay, and you guys just kind of do a stealth flight and drop them off or something.
Well,
Yeah, sure.
I'll do a stealth run into town.
Okay.
Once
You
it
can-
turns once
You
it
can fly
turns
too,
night.
remember?
No, I
Bye.
don't remember.
He doesn't like that.
Plus, it takes too much energy. But yeah, I will wait till night and then make a stealth run to drop these.
Oh, real quick. On each one of the little handles of the blades, too, I want to put a little weaver unit. A little weaver cell.
A little.
Like a fuck you.
A little weaver cell on each one of
Like
the knives.
the symbol
Yeah.
of the weaver cell, so that like he knows, that one slave knows.
Okay, sure. You like carve that little weaver cell symbol in there, and you're gonna make a little stealth. I'm not gonna do a huge thing for you, but give me a stealth. Actually, give you 2 stealth rolls. See if you get caught at all. What are you doing?
Clearly, destroying things.
21 and 23.
No problem. You go and you leave the little daggers at the doorsteps, and you guys leave before you find out what that turns into.
Yep.
Okay. You guys take off again, and you guys made 5,000 credits, getting ready to head on and finish your journey to Omniren. Are you guys going to warp there, or are you going to just fly? It's not that far.
We'll just fly.
It'd probably be about a day travel, but you don't need to use any Weaver.
We'll just fly.
Okay. Okay. So without going through Weaver space, it is a much longer travel. You guys have free time
Yeah.
to discuss and do your stuff while I use the restroom.
Okay, so basic stuff: shower, food, sleep. So
I want to keep investigating like on any sort of like research stuff that we have within Jetson in order to see like really want to see like layout plans of the tower and the different floors and what each floor is like, so that way we know, you know, like at least where like our doors are, or we know where, just, you know, have like a general idea of like the layout of the entire tower.
Well, I think first off, we're not gonna get away with that kind of thing again. It's just getting free units out of nothing. So now we need to still figure out another cover up for when we get into the actual. Because if we got hit by a checkpoint and they have security that far out, they're gonna be heavily secured at the capital.
They didn't scan the ship though when we landed on the moon. They
I'm
don't.
su-
They
I'm-
don't have.
I'm sure things will be different when we land at the capital.
At the
we-
capital,
we
yeah,
s-
but
so
our-
we should set up some sort, because we already got rid of our last cover-up plan of the boxes, so we need to make something else so that.
Oh, you're talking about. Okay, I thought you were talking about the barcode
No,
of
no,
Jetson.
no. I'm just saying, like, there's gonna be security, so we need another cover-up because.
I
Well, we
mean,
just sold our last cover-up.
we can
and,
still do more mail. I mean, mail is a very common thing that is being shipped to and from many places.
Okay, well, I think we should have that set up now during this longer flight, so that we're prepared for the next.
Okay,
The
I'm gonna
next
try
checkpoint.
to. I'm gonna go over towards like a more, I guess, obvious location inside the common space, and then start creating like actual mailboxes that have like wrenches in some of them, and then I'll make some letters here and there, and
Spice it up. Add a little.
I'll add some.
Add a little Venora stained glass piece or something in one of the things.
Little
you know,
statues, little wooden statues or something.
You know, play it off in.
I will
like,
put
like,
penises on all of her noses. Are you sure you want me to do this?
I mean, just make the penises
Fine.
really little.
Just really small noses. Well, Squidward noses. Yeah, I'll make some fucking Venora statues and
You can skew it a little bit, but you know, just kind of so they're like, oh, okay, Venora stuff. It checks out. They should be here.
yeah, I'll do that, like little wood carvings and things like that
Yeah, exactly. So it looks like it, but you don't have.
to make it perfect.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you put together numerous trinkets and things like that, Venora
And she's
paraphernalia.
not happy.
Not really paraphernalia, but Venora
Oh,
trinkets.
yeah. Yeah.
To you, paraphernalia, but
Yeah.
'cause you hate this stuff.
Merchandise.
Merchandise,
Yeah.
yeah. And then some other little tools and things, and then letters too.
Okay, so are you guys masquerading as believers of Venora?
I sure will.
No, I'm because she said male, so I was just figuring we could be male people, but just you know.
Oh, that's true. It wouldn't be our packages.
People
so.
are just sending little trinkets of Venora to
I
their
still
family.
feel like it's best if we pretend like we're into Venora's butt hole.
We'll get there when we get
And
there.
that's what I was about to say. we remember what happened last
The
time.
sun shines out of there. Just remember that.
But
It's all that is holy.
just as long as we let's have a don't ask, don't tell. As long as we're not asked, we won't tell because we remember what happened last time we were asked.
Okay, so you take your time. You end up spending a good bit of time setting things up, making trinkets.
I want to spend like the whole day doing
Yeah,
it.
you're just flying. You're just in the pilot's chamber, and you are doing what?
Well, I'm going to make sure to rest so that I can be good with my magic by the time we get there. And then I suppose I will go and help her sort the stuff into the different crates
Okay.
that she needs.
Sure. So you guys spend your time and you reach the massive planet of Omnaran. And you could see somewhat, it seems from the surface as you guys are approaching, the massive tower. The 777 floor tower. It is scraping the atmosphere, it seems. It's truly a masterpiece. It's a monument. The only thing that you've seen that is rivaling would be the tower in
The Divine Realm.
the Divine Realm. At least
I've
so
never
far. in
even
guys'
seen
life.
the top of that, so.
Yeah, you've just seen it span beyond the
Beyond
clouds,
the clouds.
beyond where you can fly, or could anyway.
So 777 floors.
Well, you guys haven't landed yet. You're technically looking down on it as you're approaching.
What if we were to pose like we were delivering these packages actually inside the building? Instead of going invisible and trying to sneak?
We could do that, but we don't know their procedures, so it's a little. I mean, I'm for it, but it's a little risky because we don't know. What if we enter the wrong door that the mail person doesn't usually enter? And do they usually have 3 people delivering mail?
Should we have one person stay behind on the ship? That way it doesn't use as much of
Or-
Atlas's powers.
or-
Or I could use my illusion magic to cover myself and tail you guys.
Or we put 2 people in one of the bins, covered by mail?
I mean, we still wouldn't know the procedures though.
Yeah, but at least there'd only be one person, and
I think I'd rather be invisible and tail you guys. That way, if anything goes wrong, I can
We-
try to attempt to help you guys as well. Hiding is fun and all, but I'd rather not do it all the time.
We still wouldn't know the procedures though.
Right.
What if
Well, now we have the money for the tours now. Pay for 2.
or pay for one and you make 2 of us invisible?
Okay, well, I'm not gonna ask you to go on the tour because I know how you feel just making the trinkets. So, I guess it looks like I'm going on a resort.
And also, if there's nothing on those 7 floors, Aelin and I can split off and search other stuff since we will be invisible.
All right. Well, what's that number that I need to call? Since you've been doing the research. He didn't give you a number.
Yeah, but you know,
Like
you can give him whatever fake number.
it's gonna be 732-6457.
Is there an extension?
732.
I dialed the number and I set up an appointment to attend their resort.
Okay, so you set up to attend their resort. You get a call. Hey! You want to have a great time at our resort? Wonderful, wonderful. You know, this is just the prices you can pay over the phone. Blah, 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 blah. And
If
it goes
by
through the whole
great
thing.
time you mean time with Venora, then yes, I will have a lovely time.
They want to go bing. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Nice. Yeah. Absolutely. Come on down. All right. Your reservation number. Blah blah. I'll give you all that stuff. So it looks like you have a little room that's in the resort that happens to actually be inside of the 777 floors. So you guys head up onto the. You guys land and head through the city up towards the tower. This city is grand.
Let me roll for
Yeah,
my-
please change my appearance.
Lots of tall buildings.
Okay, so 21 for his appearance.
You're attractive.
Okay, I'm just gonna fucking. 20 for her invisibility. A 14 for my invisibility.
Okay, so you guys are invisible and you have a pretty good disguise on yourself as you guys are now walking through the massive city of Amnaran. There are millions of people who live here. There are skyscrapers, there's tall buildings, there's houses, there's a great deal of shit. Moonlight redeemed, give advantage, disadvantage for whom? There's just, again, you see a lot of people just sprawling through here, and you do see every now and then like the acceptance of slavery again, except it's not kept to just that type. It looks like slavery itself is just accepted here, so in fact fairly common.
If you believe in the wrong thing, you get the chain.
And you see all around there are individuals that wear what would be similar to like what would be Templar type gear. They have like the tabard with the red cross, and then like the gold that kind of borders it and things like that. And they have a more futuristic version of the helmet. So, and they all carry some sort of like plasma saber or something like that. Varying different futuristic versions of what you would consider like crusaders or knights. And they're all over the place. This to you seems like a futuristic Jerusalem, you know? But it's massive and very, very successful. It's not like torn down in any way or anything like that.
Well,
So John has advantage on his next roll.
okay, thank you.
Compliments of moonlight.
I don't really like how crowded this place is. I prefer it back on the ship where I'm not bumping shoulders with everybody. But let's get this resort over with.
Alright.
I'm sure I'm gonna have a great time.
And we're sneak-a-deaking behind you. Invisible. Right behind the crowd.
You realize you're only really gonna be able to sneak away from me like at nighttime or at hour.
But we're gonna go on the tour with you, just
Yeah.
right behind the crowd and try to.
Yep.
All right, so you guys are amongst this crowd. It's obviously there's a lot of people as you guys are traveling through, and I mean that's just what happens in crowds, you know. But you guys are hidden. You go up it's not hard to find where you need to go, as you can see this tower from anywhere in the city. It takes you guys a little bit of time, but there are transport pads, not as frequently available as you'd find in the Cleavon system, but you see them every now and then. It looks like they kind of space them, and you're wondering if that has to do with security measures so people can't get around too easily. You don't know. Regardless, you guys spend a few hours and you make it to the base of this massive tower. You feel like it would take you a few hours to just walk around the base of this thing. It's huge. Probably the biggest building you've ever seen in your life.
Well, thankfully they have the entrance right here.
Yep. Oh, of course, right by the doorway. So you walk towards the entrance, and it's a big. There's like 10 different double doorways that are spanning across, and a massive walkway that goes up with these probably different, maybe 10, 15 different stairwells that go up to the front of it. And you guys go up the stairs. There's rails and things like that. You see there's cameras, a bunch of tech all over the place. And again, there's a shit ton of those Templars, or the Zealots is what they're called. And you guys get up to the doorway, walk inside, and you do walk inside. It's grand. It is like there's marble and things like that coloring all around. Grand staircases, massive chandeliers. You can see there's shopping, just there's people that are living their lives. Just everything that you can imagine in this. Looks like a city within a city almost. You know what I mean? There's just like self-thriving city within this 777 floor tower that, you know, is completely untouched, but also spilling in and out of the outside. You guys walk in. There's like multiple different, like, I guess if you will, reception desks for different various things. And you see one that says like resort.
Well, I figured now's a good time to check in with Vulcan. So I will mentally check in with him and let him know, well, we are currently, or we are on our way into the Capitol building, and I don't know where exactly we're going, but is there anything that I can do to help you, or
Well,
any
the one thing that you need to do the most is
what you asked, obviously.
You need to completely derail their entire military system and all the funding, which in turn can be very lucrative to you. I can only tell you one thing, that will be on the floor 666.
Okay.
I believe they did that for a purpose, so I'd be wary. I would imagine security measures are weird there, but I can't seem to reach there. Seems like there's technological barriers, and without being physically inside, I can't do much.
Well, I will contact you when I get the chance to reach that level.
Well, you know how to reach me.
Just think about you.
I'll try my best to be watching.
And now I continue on to the. Well, I was still continuing on. Just stopped to think.
Yeah, right. You were walking up to the resort. Hello there. Are you guys here for the resort? Or actually, it's just you. Are you here for the resort?
Sure am.
Oh, you must be so excited.
I mean, who isn't to take this resort tour?
Venora, bless you.
And also you.
Oh, yeah, you're a sweet one. Okay, so if you just fill out these forms, I'm sure you already got a reservation number.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, beautiful. Just put that down right here. Okay. Just sign there. Okay, that's wonderful, sweetie. Then sign in blood. Okay, now just give it back to me here. And, okay, so you follow the prompts except for the blood one. And she gives you the paper. She gives you, like, this little key card thing. And she gives you a little map that, again, still has blanked out parts. You'll notice that some of the parts of the tower are blanked out. Please don't obviously venture off into those areas. Seeing as you won't have access, it won't really be a problem. However, your key card works on these available floors. Boop, 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 right here. And you have all amenities available right here. Boop, 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 boop. If you guys check. Please don't talk while I'm speaking. And if you can take a call, you can call room service at any time during your stay. Now, please, questions?
Obviously, I won't be able to access the rooms, but what are in these rooms here that I can't access?
Not for you to need to worry about. Venora, bless you.
And you. I I'm going to head to my room.
Wonderful. Okay, you enjoy your stay. Enjoy your resort. Okay, you walk away.
Mildly irritated.
Yes. Okay. You're now walking freely amongst this area right now.
I'm gonna turn to her and whisper and be like, "Do you think we should try to check out floor 666 while we're invisible?"
You guys didn't actually hear any of that because that was it.
That was in his head.
Yeah.
I was talking.
Do you think we should check out one of those floors that aren't on the map? We could draw it on there.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. But for now, let's just check out the other floors with him.
I kind of need you guys for my disguise.
Right. You're not there.
I'm not right.
I mean, can you hear us whisper? I mean,
Probably not. I mean, there's
Yeah.
a slight murmur of people here, so maybe not.
yeah.
No,
but
but-
I do know I need to stay in the vicinity of him, so it's a good idea.
That's more what I was whispering. I wasn't actually in
Something
character.
he's a regular guy. Uh-oh.
I was playing your guys' conscience, okay?
Okay, so what is your guys' plan?
Tail Viper for now. Wait till he has to go back to his room.
Well,
then
I'm going to my room right now to go check it out.
Okay, go to your room.
Yeah, and
okay,
that's
go
why
to
I
the
was
room first, and then
suggesting.
we talk a plan.
Okay, your your room is on floor 63, and it is a pretty nice room. Honestly, it's pretty big.
Except for all the Venora decorations.
It's a 1-bedroom apartment essentially.
With 3 people.
Well, you only paid for one, so. But there's like a hot tub too. So, like a patio. Actually, well, it's a balcony with a hot tub.
Okay, well, I will close the door to the room so that they can come out of invisibility and I can be myself.
Okay.
So
You guys are all regular now.
I had a little chat with Vulcan on the way in here, and apparently there's a point of interest in room 666. But even with his godly powers, he's not able to really get to that floor unless I'm physically there. But it's just a heads up if you guys wanted to do some exploring, because that hot tub's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, well, I say we relax, get our strength up, and then we go on the tour, and then later tonight we take a tour of our own.
What time is the tour?
I'll say it's like 3 hours from now.
I mean, you guys have time to... I guess you want to relax, you
No,
said.
we're getting in the hot tub. I've never been in one.
But that's a one-person hot tub.
We're gonna squeeze,
I'm not a fan of deep water, so I'm gonna go take a shower.
It's okay.
and I'm gonna
It's
end
for
up
me.
in the hot tub by myself because I don't have anything to wear in it.
I prefer the air.
Okay, so you go get in the hot tub, swoop it from him.
mean,
You go take a
he's more
shower,
than
and he's
welcome
like,
to get
"Okay,
in."
I guess I'll sit on the bed."
This is fun. I paid 1,000 for this.
Sweet.
It's not my fault you won't get in the hot tub with me.
Okay, so do you get in the hot tub?
Sucks to suck.
It's cramped, but especially with wings.
Yeah, no, there's just not enough room, I don't think. I'll take it while they're on their exploration.
Okay. All right,
Oh,
so
no, you need to go with us.
the time comes around for your tour, the artifact tour. Right? That's the tour you guys paid for?
The
Yeah.
divine tour.
The divine tour. That's correct. I'm sorry. All right, so you get ready for your divine tour.
In my Sunday best.
You go down there, and the person who is doing the tour is that same lady.
I had a feeling.
Yeah. Okay, everybody.
I do my
Ha-ha.
disguise right though, right on him.
What's it? You guys? Yeah, the
Okay.
disguise is fine. Everybody is ready for the divine tour. Okay, so if you come up here to floor 86, you'll see that we have a number of artifacts that were gathered from all around the galaxy. All of these are wonderful trinkets that have helped Venora. Of course, things that were wielded by many Templars over the ages and the eons of all of our galaxy. And apparently some of these, we don't tell anybody that much too. Well, we do because it's a tour. Well, some of these came from Eden too. The wonderful lost galaxy of Eden. Have you ever heard the story of that?
Which one of these artifacts would be from Eden?
Oh, you see over there, there's a flail, and you see right there that what do you call it? Bracer is also from Eden.
Interesting.
It says they were from the original Crusades.
Oh, okay. Just lovely information. Just
Yep. So anyway, as we continue down the hall, you'll see that we have numerous other trinkets and things like that, statues, monuments, and things like that, of other things for Venora's grace. And as you guys kind of go through about like 3 more floors of this kind of same situation, you end up getting to the final floor, which seems to be, let's say, floor 77. On floor 77 is where you notice that there are numerous real legit artifacts. And one of them happens to be a spear.
That was floor 84?
Floor 77.
70. Wow.
Okay. So you have that information. Pretty much that's what happens through the tour. She kind of tells you that little bit about the artifacts. She tells you, and this spear right here, this is called the Betrayer's Spear. This spear was used to strike down the son of Venora. And we keep it here so that it never again strikes divinity.
such a horrible time.
Oh, absolutely. And you can see multiple people are, oh, yeah, horrible time. Other people that are really enjoying the resort, It's packed. There's like 10 people, 15 people here.
I'm talking about this resort.
Yeah, right?
I could create one.
Okay, so is there anything you guys do before the tour ends and you guys are...
Make one and we could put it in its spot.
Nope. I'm happy with the information I've gotten from said tour.
Okay, are there any questions? She offers you the opportunity to ask questions for her.
Nah, I got nothing witty.
All right, tour ends and you head back to your room then. Okay, it only took you maybe 3 hours to do the tour.
Okay, so step one, I'm gonna get in the hot tub, and then I'll tell you my plan. From the hot tub.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna follow him to the hot tub.
I'm going to just already be trying to create a fake spear that looks like the one,
Okay,
like the betrayer.
right, I gotcha.
So now we have the 2 floors that we need to stop off on. We've got what, 3 days, so
You said we're allowed to steal, right?
I don't see a problem with it here.
I want that flail and bracer. Mostly the bracer, but you guys can have the flail. It's from Eden,
Definitely fetch a pretty penny if it's true.
on my wrist.
The bracer?
I want it for myself.
I was talking about the flail.
You can have it.
Sell it.
I figured I'd get it, just that way you could do whatever you wanted.
Like, we got a bounty here already, so
Yeah.
let's just rack it up.
Exactly.
Those are rookie numbers.
I mean, we're also trying to kill a god, so
From bounty hunter to bounty hunted. Got it.
I suck.
I see no problem with it. Not from these people.
And then I was thinking, if I make this spear, if I'm able to make a good enough replica of the betrayer, when we go in and you have us invisible, I can switch it out with
They'll
this
never
one.
even know.
Okay, so give me
That's
a
the
roll to
hopes.
see how well you can make a replica of the Spear of the Betrayer.
And if you fail, we can always go to the gift shop.
I got a 14 for my first roll.
Okay. I'll allow you to use 2 spell slots per roll to make this thing. So you have as many tries as you have spell slots, really. So that was your first try. If you wish to make it, it's a decent enough. You just don't know if it'll pass.
Hey, that scuff's new. Did it always been like that?
All right, we're going with a 19.
All right. A 19. It is a pretty good replica. To you, you feel like it's as perfect as it's going to get with, obviously, the given time. And obviously your knowledge of this weapon, which is fairly limited. That being said, you guys get ready to go and swap it out in the night then?
Oh yeah, it doesn't need to be functional like whatsoever. I just want it to
I got
look
you.
like okay. It's like the worst spear ever. It's a rubber tip.
No, it looks pretty good. It passes.
Okay.
Okay, so you guys, all three go out in stealth to do this? Okay, so you guys are under the cover of invisibility? Okay, I'm going to say for the invisibility, since this is an active thing.
I'm actually, I'm gonna say you don't need to cover me with invisibility on this. I trust my sneak enough as well as Vulcan's ability to,
Avoid you from... Okay.
yeah.
So you decide not to. For you, since this is an active situation, for each one of the invisibilities, you just have to use a spell slot.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I'm not worried about the roll per se for that.
Okay.
Just you have to make sure for you two, you used one spell each.
Oh, okay.
You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Okay.
And you also don't
So
need
take
to,
those away from yourself.
You don't need to disguise me either, because I figure if we're gonna do something illegal, I might as well be myself.
Right. So just remember, you take 2 spells then, not 3. No, not you.
I take 3 though, right? Because I rolled 3 times
You rolled for your...
for my creation for the
That'd
spear.
be 6, because it was 2 per.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay,
you used
yep.
2 and you used 6. And you're just relying on you're putting a lot of faith in Vulcan
Yes.
right now. Okay.
Your god versus mine.
You are definitely playing that card right now. So you start sneaking in, and you start getting to the floors where you're not really supposed to be, obviously, without the resort. And as you're kind of sneaking through, give me a stealth roll. You're with...
All of us?
Well, you guys are straight up invisible. So,
Okay.
You guys have a plus 20.
yeah, pretty much you're automatically... Unless something interacts or accidentally fucks with you guys, then you're fine.
27.
27.
I have a plus 10 to stealth. That's why
Okay.
I was like, I'll take stealth.
As you sneak up, and you could see the camera as it's kind of facing, it faces the other way, obviously avoiding you. You're like, okay, Vulcan is watching. You notice around the corner, there's this tall, like blonde, gruff, like beard guy. It looks like he's got a helmet. It's set on one of the stands or whatever off to the side. He's obviously a zealot of some sort, but he has wings. And you could see he's talking to one of the other zealots. You can't hear what they're saying, though.
Does he look familiar to me?
You recognize this person as... Give me a religion roll to see how well you remember what you remember of him.
You guys could always sneak closer.
22.
You remember him as Aboleth the Merciless. He is a general in Michael's army. He's incredibly smart and perceptive, and he's also merciless. Do you sneak closer? Do you sneak closer to listen, or you just keep your distance? Okay.
I'm not sneaking closer.
Yeah, no.
Okay, you just wait for them to pass?
Yeah.
Okay. A few moments later, they do walk past, and you, for a second, you feel like there's a small glance. All three of you kind of get this vibe. You don't think he actually looked at you, but it was something like a sense that was towards you. Like,
I think he might have to go out. Just
Okay.
because he was starting to.
yeah. Go on. Can you let him out?
Yeah.
Go on.
Gonna go potty?
Go potty.
Couldn't have waited 10 more minutes. CDP.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. So you wait for him to pass, and he does, obviously, in time. But you get this again, that sense, that chill up your spine, like he sensed you were there, but it seemed like he obviously didn't act on it, and he just kept moving.
I just realized I didn't take advantage from moonlight on the line. I was like, oh, 27.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, fuck it. He didn't need it. Oh well.
Thank you anyway,
Yeah,
Moonlight.
if you needed it, it was there. Okay, so he passes. You guys continue sneaking through, and you get to the necessary floor that you need to be on. Things are going pretty smooth for you guys, right? You sneak up, and of course, cameras face away just as intended, and you walk up to that case that's kind of like a dome for the spear. It's in a glass type thing.
How do we get past the glass? Can't just shatter it. Well, you can make new glass, can't you?
Yes. But how do we get rid of this one without it being obvious?
Wow.
If we had something to like the old thief movies where they'd cut holes in the glass, that'd be a lot easier to replace in the hole. But we don't have anything like that.
And I don't think I can create anything like that. I'm gonna take a look around the case and see if there's anywhere where like a key might unlock it or something,
You see there's a console down at the bottom.
for like cleaning purposes.
Looks like there's a console that could possibly... You see there's like a small, very thin split in the glass that maybe it opens up.
Well, glass is made out of sand, right?
Technically.
So technically it's earth. I could attempt.
You are stretching.
I know. I could try.
We got Toph on our
Oh,
team over here.
Or I can just go over to the console and see if Vulcan can work any magic.
It's true too.
Because I didn't know there was a console before, but I will
Well.
walk over to the console.
This will be a perfect time for you to test your own abilities.
I will put my hand on the console.
Try. Put faith in what I've told you, what I've taught, what I've given.
21.
Okay. You see he puts his hand over it, and you see it whirs through a number of different things. And you see like symbols and stuff pop up on the screen. Boom. And it opens up. A small bit of smoke comes out, or of like maybe like a decontaminant of sorts, as you now have the exposed spear in front of you.
Before I place this spear in place of that one, is your god able to see whether or not there's alarms or anything on this? Like weights or something like that could trigger.
Do I detect any alarms through the console?
You didn't. You did detect kind of like an Indiana Jones situation. The weight, obviously.
Then yes, there are weighted alarms, so we will have to do this carefully.
Okay, so someone's going to need to stand on one side of that spear, and we are just going to slide them into place. I think that's going to be the best way.
Are you able to add to this spear to adjust the weight in case it's not proper? Well, like, if you didn't get the weight exactly of this spear, are you able to add to it to adjust for the weight?
I don't know how
Or
much that one weighs.
Can you make? And that's what I'm saying. So this one's probably the one you did make is probably different
Lighter.
in weight. So can you make it more dense while we're also doing this so that it can adjust for needed weight?
I can try, but I don't know how I'd be feeling both spears at the same time, so I can make sure it's the same weight. I'm gonna attempt to slide my hand underneath the one that's already on there right now. I'm not gonna lift it at all, but I'm gonna kind of feel.
The heft.
Yeah, just like if I can feel how solid it is.
Give me a stealth roll so that you don't disturb this thing.
I got a 7.
Okay, the interesting thing that happens the moment you touch this, you realize there's no divine mana. There's nothing in this spear. It's a fake. And as you do, you're like, what? You knock it down. And it kind of starts to wobble, and you stop it. You're like, oh, fuck. And you hear, boop, ding. Little red light goes off. No alarm yet. But it looks like something was set off. And that is where I think we'll set it off for tonight's session.
Put it back, put it back, put it back, put it back.
Can I at least close the the console real quick before we?
Kick it under the fridge. Oh, so sorry. Oh, I know, right?
All right.
No closing.
Anyway, thank you everybody who decided to stop in tonight and watch tonight's episode, Chapter 5 of Angels, Smugglers, and Bounty Hunters. And we will see you guys next week for another episode. Cheers.